Okay, just going to take a minute and then I'll tell you when. We're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Now streaming live.
Just going to take a minute
What's our time frame?
and then I'll tell you when. Okay, we're good to go.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a special meeting of Saratoga County Prosperity Partnership Board of Directors. We have an emergency kind of meeting that we need to take action on today, and glad everybody could join us on such short notice. We have, before I get started, my name is Penny Hill. I'm with Hudson Valley Community College. I'm the, what do we call it, acting chair for now. And we have the new members that are here that if they just want to say hello, and then we'll get right to the resolution. We have Justin Baker.
Yep, I'm here. Yep.
Go
Hello,
ahead.
everybody.
With North Star Energy, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Steve Barrett can't make it today because of the press release. Neither can Steve Bulger, the new county administrator. Tim, you're here.
Hi everyone, Tim Dunn. I'm with the Dunn Strategy Group, and I'm a town councilman in the town of Malta and chair of the Economic Development Committee. Been involved in economic development for the last 20 years or so, and good to see so many familiar faces and meet those of you that I don't already know.
Welcome, Tim.
Welcome. And Jeff Jones, he's here, right?
I am. I'm Jeff Jones. I'm with Revolutionary Financial Planning. Pretty active in the town here and looking forward to doing what I can to help y'all.
Glad you can join us, Jeff. And Maria, last but not least here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maria Moran. I'm the comptroller for the town of Wilton, and I'm very excited to be part of this great group. Thank you.
Welcome to you too. So again, thank you for all coming at this late notice. We have a quorum, I believe, correct, Shelby, if we count the ones that have pre-voted. Okay. And the main purpose is to pass a resolution or review the resolution that allows Saratoga Partnership to close on the SBA PPP forgivable loan.
Yes.
The Adirondack Trust is in the amount of $55,503.92.
Right.
We are eligible to apply because we had a reduction in the past year that leaves us eligible. It's a forgivable loan. And should I just read the resolution?
Penny, I could probably give a little bit of background.
Yeah, that'd be good. Go ahead, Shelby.
Let folks ask some questions. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on short notice. I really, really appreciate it. When the portal opened up for the second round of payroll protection program, given the fact that last year it was pretty active and there was a lot of uncertainty about the availability of it, the Saratoga Partnership moved right away because we knew we were going to qualify for this. As many of you may or may not know, and we'll give a lot of background when we do orientation, but a majority of our budget is based on room occupancy tax. So someone comes and stays in a hotel in Saratoga County, half of that is dedicated by county law as well as state municipal home rule resolution that comes to the partnership. Last year, we had a contract with Saratoga County that was based on 2019's room occupancy tax, which came in at about $1.1 million. So the county ended up estimating that our contract would be worth $500,000. We were given that over quarterly with quarterly payments of $125,000. But, COVID hit in March, and we started to see the collections, diminish. So as I took over as the president of the Saratoga Partnership in January of 2020, and 2.5, 3 months later, COVID hit. But we were actively already in the process of recasting our budget, really tightening our belts, and ensuring that we were very, very mission focused. And our contract with Saratoga County was primarily based on business retention and expansion services, community economic development, semiconductor attraction and manufacturing, workforce development, global markets, data collection and analysis, and grant writing, and a host of other things. We're a 501c3 not-for-profit corporation, which allows us to qualify for this payroll protection program. And we're also a local development corporation, which gives us the ability, we have bonding authority, and we have the ability to process grants, loans, programs like Startup New York and other things. So that's a little bit of extra background for you, but this will be our second draw. We qualified for $55,000. 60% of this needs to be used on payroll. The remaining 40% gets used for other qualifying expenses, including operational expenses, things like that. We had previously applied for and received roughly $81,000, and all that money was used and successfully forgiven back in November. So this is going to be very important for us. In past years, we had pretty much already had a contract in place with Saratoga County. Right now, given everything going on with COVID, there is a change in leadership at Saratoga County. So it's taking a little bit longer. Plus, the new rules basically that the county established is they want us and SCDC, both economic development entities, to go to Saratoga County each quarter and present to the Economic Development Committee what our plan is. We give an update on our budget, and we talk about, essentially how we're using the money, what our results have been, to ensure that we don't run into another situation like last year where, we had contracted for $500,000, but ultimately, they really had to cut us off at the third quarter at collecting $375,000. So, managing a budget with a revenue line item like this has been a bit of, working with a moving target. However, we have been nimble, we have tightened our belt, we have been very flexible, and we've also, worked overtime to try to achieve, our mission with not a lot of resources, but we continue to go after other resources. So I'm open to any questions. That was a pretty long explanation for something, but we know we have new folks on the phone, so I wanted to make sure that I over communicate. Anyone?
That was a
Sounds
great
pretty straightforward
explanation.
to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd just like to add also what Shelby said, or reinforce what Shelby stated. As the treasurer of the organization, I also have the opportunity to review the books, and I think it's very fortunate that we are eligible and we are applying for this PPP money. And I want to thank the staff for doing the work that was necessary to put this together, because our cash flow situation is severely compromised, in particular if we do not get the money from this PPP grant. And this will carry us over very nicely through the first quarter, and hopefully things will pick up moving forward with regards to the occupancy tax, et cetera. But all that being said, the staff has significantly reduced their day-to-day operations budgets as well, including shared office arrangements with the chamber, staff reductions, and taking the steps to reduce other expenses in order to meet our budget requirements moving forward, with the expectation the money we get from the county will be less than we got last year, and as well as we're also so aggressively pursuing other grant opportunities to supplement our resources. So, but when we seek out other grant resources, we have to be aware of the fact that there's responsibilities associated with that in receiving those grants. So we can't overextend ourselves because we have to continue to have a positive influence in the activities in the county. And so it's a balancing act that's underway. So certainly this PPP money is very important in order for us to continue to move forward and achieve our objectives, not only maintaining the organization, but more importantly, providing the support that's needed for our small businesses and others here in Saratoga County moving forward. And the staff has provided technical support to the small business community, and that will continue moving forward as well as seeking other opportunities and working with local communities to develop their regulatory programs and their visions for different corridors to accommodate future economic development initiatives in a very sustainable way. So I think it's a very important grant that we've applied for and to receive. So I certainly support this resolution moving forward.
Rocky, for that reassessment.
Shelby, I do have a question. I mean, we know how well this worked for the partnership last year, and is there anything that has changed about the program for this round? Any of the rules, any of the terms or requirements that we need to consider here that maybe changes the game a little bit?
No, it's a good question. That's a very good question. So for the last term, we had 8 weeks to essentially draw down the funds and use 75% of that towards payroll and expenses. And that was at a time when we had 3 folks on board, and we actually had a person who spent 10 hours a week with us. We brought her back, more specifically because we really needed a lot of boots on the ground to support small businesses with the, whether it was closing because of COVID, understanding federal regulatory programs, connecting them with, whether grants, resources, banks, lenders, understand, we had a lot of folks that didn't qualify due to credit considerations, lender issues. So we really provided a lot of hands-on support for folks. So I digress. We had a much tighter time frame to use the money last time. This time around, anyone that does qualify for the funds, you do have an extended period of time. So we have up to 24 weeks to spend this money. 60% of that gets spent on payroll and related, benefits and other expenses, and the other 40% for other operating considerations. Amy, essentially Jenny's replacement, is coming back or coming on board with us starting this coming Wednesday. So the time frame is going to work nicely. My only concern is that if we don't meet that threshold for the 60% mark, but instead of this being a forgivable grant, there's going to be a portion that we send back to the SBA or we pay off as a 1% loan. But this was something that we were going to possibly take into consideration regardless because of, the issues with bed tax. We know that we're going to get it down the line. We know that once we receive the COVID vaccine and, reach 80% of vaccinations in our community and start to hit the herd community or herd immunity, we know that there is pent up demand. We know that the city center is booked the second half, the, hotels are booked, but that can get pushed further and further back. So, managing our budget and our cash flow projections has been tough. So whether this is a forgivable grant or a loan, it's going to serve many purposes. And we do know that there will be a better hospitality and tourism season at the back end of this year and into 2022, but we don't want to paint too much of a rosy picture. I think we want to be as conservative as possible. Is that helpful?
Yep, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Any other questions about this loan? So, should I read it, Shelby, straight out of the? Okay.
I think I passed along the resolution to everyone. If anyone has any questions related to it, this was drafted. It's pretty much the exact same resolution that we used back in April, and it's based on not-for-profit corporation law, federal law. So, this worked for the lender. It worked, it passed the legal test from our attorney, and this works well. So, the main consideration is the $55,000 amount and allowing us to move forward with closing on the loan. So
should I ask for a motion
yes, please.
to Dave Wood? Any seconds?
I'll second.
Thank you, Benny. And all approved of this resolution?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
Yes.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, I say that the resolution has passed.
Super.
Shelby, congratulations.
Well, thank
You are now the owner of a new PPP. And you can,
Well, I will be very careful with it.
yeah, don't get any dents in it. Just
I'll
bring
be-
it back in one piece.
Yeah, no, I definitely will. So just everyone, welcome to the board. Excited to have you. Look forward to, economic development. This is a crazy time to be in it, but sometimes, it's been a disruptive year, and sometimes great things can come out of disruptions. So I think let's try to be positive and move forward with what we have. We all work stronger together. But the next meeting is Monday, February 13th. And just for housekeeping, I scheduled them so that, that the third Monday of every month, 4:00, our meetings are scheduled, unless we schedule a special meeting or tell you otherwise. And I hope this accommodates everyone's schedule, but let me know if it doesn't. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, we'll make sure that we do all the housekeeping, make sure that everyone's up to date with whether it's public authorities training, our ethics, signing off on our forms, but we'll send those out to everyone and try to get those back. But I'm here to support you. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve the community, and look forward to working with you this year.
Shelby, quick question. Are you going to be sending out an invite for the February 15th meeting?
Yes, I will.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
What time
Business?
was that? I didn't hear.
What was that? It's 4:00, Eric.
What time?
4. Does that work for you still, Eric? Good. Okay. Excellent. Okay. All right. He's a school teacher, so. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And if no one,
Do I need a motion?
yeah, motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn?
All right, good. Tim, second. There you go, Brendan. Perfect. That was the shortest ever.
Have a great
So, and we got a lot of money out of it, so
Thank you. Thanks,
we're good to
Shelby.
go.
Welcome aboard, new members.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome again.
Thank
And
you
we'll
so
see you in a
much.
couple-
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Right. Thank you.